We have a voicemail number, and that number is 2192 David P. I want to warn you, I am going to play for you now what I believe is the most xenophobic voicemail I've ever received. It's about me. The caller is calling it about me. Okay. I'm not going to say anything else. Let's listen to it. Then I will tell you why I'm highlighting it, and I'll tell you a little more about it.
You know what the trouble is with America, Pakman, is people like you from South America that are coming over the border by millions, disease-infected pigs that destroyed their own country. Now they want to come destroy my country. Instead of worried about us Christians in the Republican Party, why don't you do something about stopping all those sorry son of a bitches coming over or coming up from South America, just like you. You know what? I want to see every one of you run out of this country. You're the sorriest son of a bitches that have ever been let into this country. If you're really an American, you would do something about it. But I know where you're from, you cockroach.
Why am I highlighting this? So, of course, what this guy says is wrong. You know, my family didn't come over the border. We came with a work visa for my dad and green cards, and I'm a U.S. citizen. The reason I'm highlighting this is that it seems lost on this guy that I came over in the exact same. We know who this guy is. Okay, we know exactly who this guy is. We're calling him Tulsa Chris. He's not actually from Tulsa. He's from a different part of Oklahoma. We know exactly who this guy is, and we're calling him Tulsa Chris. Just, that's what we're calling him. Tulsa Chris, based on what we know, is not Native American. And what that means is that at some point, someone in his family did the exact same thing that my family did, right? At some point, someone in his ancestry came from a different country. And then eventually you had the first generation of his family that was born here. But the argument he's making about me, I came here legally as well, is the exact same argument that at some point could have been made against his family. And when we talk about the immigration situation in the U.S., and there's a lot to talk about: DACA, border, overstayed visas, work visas, industries that depend on documented and undocumented workers, crime rates among documented immigrants, undocumented immigrants, and natural-born U.S. citizens. All of these are all issues we talk about, and they're important issues. But it seems completely missing for some people, like Tulsa Chris, that they were in the same position at some point in time. And you would think that that would get them to re-examine and say, wait a second. Presumably, he doesn't believe his family was cockroaches that should have been sent somewhere else. Maybe it's a racial thing. I don't know. Maybe European versus South America. I don't know. There's probably more there. But the hypocrisy and the ignorance to that reality is part of what is very, very disturbing about these folks. So there's Tulsa Chris with a message of me going back to where I came from. I'm an American citizen, so that I don't think there's any changing that. We're going to talk on the bonus show today about the censure of Paul Gosar and some very strange things he did after being censured for sharing that video of AOC getting killed in anime format. We're going to talk about a Republican-backed bill to decriminalize marijuana federally. And we will talk about another possibility for why gas prices are going up. All of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com and we will see you then.